Right, this video is going to start off with the powerhouse vitamins. So the powerhouse vitamins are the fat-soluble vitamins. These are different from water-soluble vitamins. Fat-soluble vitamins get digested. You have to get them from sources of fat. That is where they are most bioavailable. There are plant sources, but they are much harder to absorb, even if they have higher numbers, are much harder to absorb. So firstly, we have got vitamin A, or vitamin if you're in America. Vitamin A is great, so it's great for your immune system, your skin. So in animal foods, it is in the form of retinol. Retinol is only found in animal sources of that vitamin, of vitamin A, right? So the plant version is called beta carotene, which isn't vitamin A. It is the precursor to vitamin A. And if you look at the studies that look at the conversion rate and how much the conversion rates and how much gets transformed into retinol, which is vitamin A, it's about 10 to 5%, and you know, in most people that is not going to be adequate. So the reason why I say carrots make you see at night is because supposedly it has vitamin A, but it has retinol. And sweet potato and carrots have beta carotene and not retinol in them. So that is why it's best to get it from animal food. So animal fats are really good for it. Liver, and I'll go over the foods actually after. I will read out the vitamins first. So vitamin D supports calcium absorption into the bones with K2 as well, but I'll go into K2 in a minute. It can be synthesized from sunlight, you know, so when you're out in the sun, it goes, so the mechanism is it goes through the skin and then the cholesterol in your body, and then it synthesizes it into actual vitamin D that you can use and that is useful for the body. And again, it's found in quality animal fat. We'll go more into that after. And then you've got vitamin E. Vitamin E is an antioxidant. It neutralizes free radicals. So free radicals are these things going in the body going, you know, boing, 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 boing. And it neutralizes them. So it gives them another sort of like, another nucleon. It gives them another electron, and that stops them, it basically shuts them off essentially, and then they can't cause more damage within the body. So that's how it acts as a antioxidant. That is a layman's explanation of the term, of the process. Obviously it's a lot more complicated than that, but that is in a quick video. So yeah, so that is why it's important to have vitamin A. So these vitamin E, so these vitamins are very important. Can't talk today. Yeah. So that will prevent damage to cells over time. So that's why it's really good to have vitamin E in the diet. Next is vitamin K. So vitamin K comes in two forms. You've got K1 and K2. K2 is mainly found in animal foods. It puts the calcium. So when you eat calcium, when you have calcium in the body, if you don't have enough K2, it lingers in the arteries and can stiffen up the artery walls. So we don't want that to happen. So enough K2 will put the calcium in the right place, which is the bones in the body. That's the right place. So you don't want the calcium in the arteries, you want it in the bones. So yeah. And then how it does this, it activates the matrix GLA complex, and that prevents the calcium from building up in the arteries, basically. Next is that, so vitamin K1 is more important for blood clotting and stuff. The K2 has a little effect in the blood clotting, but K1 is different and is more effective for blood clotting, which you find in leafy greens. There are arguments to say that you can get enough from animal foods as well, from the K2, that effect of the blood clotting, but you can get it from the leafy greens as well. And K1 has a shorter half-life, which means basically that means The half-life is short. It means it doesn't last as long in the body. It gets excreted at a much quicker rate than K2. So K2 has a longer half-life, so it lasts in the body a lot longer compared to K1. Also, so it has some effect, and small amounts of the K1 can convert to K2, but very, very low amounts. Not sure about the percentages, but I know it's very low. But it's always good to take K2 on top. I know that the modern milks now, it has less fat in it. So that means that you have to kind of supplement K2 these days, because the K2 will be in the fat part of the milk, and if the fat part of the milk has been reduced, then it's best to supplement it. Same with magnesium. Yeah, so that's why. So they're the effects of the fat-soluble vitamins and why you need to eat them. So you need them for your overall health, your immune system, the skin, the eye health. Remember, vitamin A helps with eyes as well. You know, so it helps with eyes. Retinol, you need it for your sight. So you want to get these. So the best sources of these foods. And before that, comment, like, and subscribe, or share. What are your thoughts? Where do you get your fat-soluble vitamins from? Where do you get them from? And what are your thoughts on the topic? So, yeah. So the best sources of fat for these vitamins are, so, animal fats. So you want to have sort of like, you know, lard. The high quality, the better. So the high quality means, so if you live in America, where there's a discrepancy between the quality of the foods, so obviously low quality, where it's been the pig has been left in a little pen, it can barely move, it is pooing where it eats, it's got a lot of diseases, it needs a lot of antibiotics to combat that, and the quality of the food is very poor for the animal, then you're going to end up with a lower quality lard or low, animal fat. It's going to have less of the fat-soluble vitamins. It's going to have more omega-6 compared to omega-3. And obviously, if that is all you can do for now, that is great, and then you can have that. However, if you want a sort of high-quality one, make sure the pig or whatever animal is, what it's supposed to be. So in the grasslands, so that would be in a big farm, in a big field, it's mimicking what they would do naturally. Especially when it comes to moving them around. So what they do is, say like 4 different fields, a farmer will have 4 different fields. It will get the sheep or whatever animal that eats grass in the one field, so that will eat the grass. And then it will, the grass will go down and it'll get muddier. And then the whole lot of sheep will be moved to the different pen, or grassland. That grass will grow again, and then it will eat that grass, and then it will move between each set of grasses. So it mimics nature, because that's what animals do, to move around. So that's like how farmers mimic nature with domesticated animals. So high quality, you're going to have more omega-3, you're going to have high amount of fat-soluble vitamins, and then you might have less of these sort of toxins and stuff from the food or whatever that ends up in the fat, if that makes sense. So a lot of toxins are stored in the fat as well. So if your animal's unhealthy, it's supposed to, a lot of different chemicals and stuff, or metals, heavy metals, then that will end up in the fat cells as well. So going for higher quality food, where the animal's been looked after on fields, it's mimicking nature, then that is better for the animal and better for the quality of fat that the animal has. So you can get it from lard, beef fat, so beef dripping or tallow, ghee, which is a substrate of butter. It's more filtered down if you react to butter. What else is there? So any sort of fat that comes from the animal, so lamb fat, goat fat, bison if you're in America, and other animals that they eat. So the fat part of that, and as long as it's healthy, it's great to eat. And I won't be worried about the cholesterol thing, because it's really misunderstood. If you go and deep dive into it, you'll find that it's very misunderstood. They don't really understand it yet, even though our guidelines are all there, and it says we have to stick the cholesterol between 200 and blah, blah, blah. It is not understood fully. If you actually go and deep dive and understand why, you know, how it all came about and how it all has been handled. There's actual cardiologists out there saying, you know, it's not actually just saturated fat, it's more nuanced and it's more to do with our lifestyles, etc. So hopefully this video has been helpful. Fat-soluble vitamins, you get them from the animal fats. Higher quality is obviously going to be superior. If you can't do as high quality as you want to, then that is still good. Other fats like olive oil, you won't get the fat-soluble vitamins in olive oil, but you will get some other benefits from the monounsaturated fat. Same with coconut oil, you get benefits from the lauric acid part of the oil, but you won't get the fat-soluble vitamins in the coconut oil. So that's only the animal fat. So there's different benefits. It's good to get your animal fats in to get these vitamins. They are superior in bioavailability to the plant foods. So that is why. I'm not saying don't eat plants, that's not what I'm saying. So remember, everything's nuanced. It's not black and white. Everyone loves to be in a camp these days. I'm in this camp, I'm in this camp. We are not chimpanzees. We can think a bit more critically. So yeah, so that's the video. What are your thoughts? Comment below. Where do you get your fat-soluble vitamins from? Do you believe that you need to get it from animal fat? What is your opinion on fat-soluble vitamins? Let me know below. Comment, like, and subscribe, and share the video if you want to. If you want to, you don't have to. You don't have to agree with me. Comment below, and I want to see what your opinion is. Thank you for watching, and I'm out. Psh.